you ever find yourself thinking things like, everything will be different when I get my first 10 clients, or I can move over to a 4-day working week, or I hit my first 6-figure year? Setting goals is absolutely important at every stage of your business. However, focusing solely on where you want to get to is a surefire recipe for overwhelm and burnout. In this video, I'm going to explore how you can effectively focus on results and outcomes that you want to achieve with a focus on process to achieve true success every step of the way. I'm Rachel Roberts, and I help ELT, ESL and language teaching freelancers optimize their business model, their marketing and their mindset so you can work less and earn more. I recently came across the story of a man who was staying at a monastery in search of enlightenment. One evening he was given the task of washing the dishes. It was a large monastery and the monks kept bringing in more and more piles of dishes. Eventually he said, "How many more dishes do I have to wash?" And the monk replied, "Only one, the one you have in your hand." Focusing on the enormity of the task ahead rather than on what we're doing at that precise moment can be paralyzing. I see this with my clients all the time. Working with me opens their eyes to all kinds of possibilities, and the first reaction is excitement, swiftly followed by a feeling of overwhelm. How are they going to find time to do all of these things? This is a favorite trick of the inner troll. The inner troll does not like change because any kind of change is potentially risky. Better the devil you know, even if it's a low-paying, overworking kind of devil. So it will try and put you off by emphasizing what a huge mountain there is to climb ahead to get there. But here's the thing, where is there anyway? Sure, you might have goals around the income that you'd like to have or the hours that you'd like to work, but it's quite likely that those will change as you go along anyway. Businesses don't tend to develop in straight lines any more than any other kind of learning process. They're much more squiggly and back and forth than that, and there's likely to be lots of little there's along the way. The first time you put your prices up and no one blinks an eye, launching your first website, creating an offer that you know will get results rather than working with people on an hourly rate. Each of these will have a positive impact and is valuable in its own right. So it's really about much more than getting to a final destination. You definitely need to have the final destination in mind, but then pull back and start to think about what you need to do right now, the dish you have in your hand at the moment, rather than thinking about everything that will eventually need doing. Break down the big goals into sub-goals and then the sub-goals into smaller actionable steps. Let's say that your ultimate goal is to work a 4-day week while still earning the same as you do now, or perhaps more. That's a big goal, and while it stays a big goal, you're going to stay stuck, not sure how to move forward, and feeling that it's totally out of your grasp. You don't know where to start. So what is the first step? Well, if you were my client, I would recommend you started by doing a time audit. Keep a track of everything you do and how long it takes you for at least a week. 2 would be even better. Then look at anything you're doing which you don't need to be doing. Perhaps this could be ditched, or delegated, or automated. All too often people don't do this because they feel they're too busy to spend the time trying to work out how. And so they keep on unnecessarily filling their time with things that they don't really need to be doing, meaning that they don't have the time for those things which really could make a difference. Set aside some time to do this, and you'll probably find you've already reclaimed significant time in your week. Then look at what you're actually earning for the time that you're spending working. When people really add this up, they usually find that they're actually earning a lot less for each hour of their time than they thought they were. Think about how this could change. Ultimately, it will probably need a complete reimagining of your business, and that's something I can help you with. But even recognizing the need to put your prices up straight away could lead to another small but important immediate improvement. So there, maybe within 10 days are 2 small steps which you could take, which would already have an impact and give you the encouragement and motivation to carry on and do more, much more. Of course, not every step you take will always have the desired impact. Sometimes things just won't work out. But recognizing that you are still progressing on your journey, you just went on a slight detour for a while, can help you to feel that it's not all hopeless and that you might as well give up. Much like making mistakes can actually help you to leap ahead when you're learning a language because of the feedback that you get. When things go wrong, ask yourself, is this really as disastrous as it seems? What can I learn from this? And by doing that, you turn your setbacks into stepping stones for future success and become more and more expert in your business and find out what works for you and what doesn't. Equally, when things do work out, in however small a way, recognize each of these wins as milestones along the way. This isn't just about boosting your morale, although there's nothing wrong with that, but about learning from what works as much as learning from mistakes. If something works, do more of it. So when you hear that inner troll voice in your head telling you that you don't have time to make these changes, or that you aren't cut out for business, or that this isn't the right time, maybe next year, or that you can't afford to pay for any help or to take any time out to look at your business. All of these things may, of course, be true, but it's much more likely that this is your survival mechanism kicking in to try and keep you safe. Not happy, not fulfilled, not better paid, but not taking any risks. Stop focusing too much on the end goal and think about what small steps you can take now. Focusing on the process rather than the results transforms how we work and what we can achieve. By breaking tasks into manageable pieces, staying present, and challenging your mindset, we can accomplish more than we ever thought possible. Remember that it's not about reaching a final destination, but about recognizing and valuing each step along the way. Celebrate every win, learn from every mistake, and you'll realize that you are already there. In the next video coming up on your screen, I'm sharing some more tips about developing confidence as a business owner.